to the champions for 2020.
Thank you.
An unbelievable game, an unbelievable season in many ways. How would you sum up tonight?
It's actually, I mean, part of it's around, you get relief when you play a game like that. Finals are always full of pressure and there's lots of challenges, but incredibly proud of this group. There was, lots of challenges for everybody, but they stuck together. I think the big thing, we see a huge amount of resilience, a massive work ethic, but more importantly, that real internal belief that they have as players of each other. And I think that's an invisible thread that is very hard to develop and hold.
Your team looked like they were on a mission to play the perfect game tonight. Was that one of your best performances or your best of the year?
Yeah, I think it was definitely one of our better ones. I think we were reasonably consistent, but it wasn't perfect. We leave every season and think, right, next season we've got to be better, and the review is always reasonably robust. But I think they're capable of lots, and if we play a perfect game, it would mean we'd make no mistakes, but actually to make no mistakes means to not take opportunities and risk. I thought our defence certainly put a huge amount of pressure on right from centre pass and challenged their ability to get free. The smothering in terms of the strong point 9 and the mobility was really outstanding. Of course, our shooters, they just had an eye for the goal. They've been like that all season. They've set a really good pace, and I thought they were well supported on attack, but they just had huge confidence. They said they were going to trust each other and that whatever was given they were going to take. So yeah, really incredibly proud of them.
There were 3 centre passes there off the start of each quarter that you guys turned around straight away. How pleased were you with the full court defence?
You pleased?
Oh yeah, I'm pleased.
Yep.
To be fair, it was quite nice actually. When you lose the toss, it means it's centre pass D. D thrive on that, and I think we've been working hard on that as well. Because again, hard taskmasters here, trying to get that perfect game. But yeah, just really happy with that win, especially for this young lady.
Oh, young. That's an apt description.
It's been a very unusual season, but coming in here, essentially the final, with no one had home advantage, essentially a neutral venue, if you like. How did that feel coming into a final, having played so well the season, but being in a neutral, no advantage, if you like?
I think
we're all thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
we didn't win any home games, so when we heard about it, we thought actually this might be quite a good option for us. But I thought our support was incredible. They certainly came, and not only in colour but with noise, and we certainly felt like we were at home. We've been here plenty of times, and this is a tough stadium to win in. Normally you're obviously up against the Steel, and they're an incredible group. So it's when it's a final, it doesn't matter where you are, you've got to get up and go for it. So incredibly proud of this group for taking on the challenges and just bearing with it and saying it is what it is, let's get there and do it.
How do you feel about Netball New Zealand and Netball Southland? It could have been a final with 0 crowd. At least both teams were able to have. How do you feel about that whole logistics that went into putting that together?
We were definitely really grateful for the work that everybody did behind the scenes. We know that there was so much, so much to do behind the scenes to pull this together. So we're definitely really grateful to still have a final, for our family still to be able to come, those ones that could. And so really grateful. We know that there was a ton of hard work, and to allow us just to be able to get out there and do what we do on court was special.
What's been the secret in that shooting circle this year? It's been phenomenal. It's absolutely been phenomenal, and tonight was no exception. So what's the secret ingredient in that shooting circle?
Oh, thank you. I'm unsure
Niels
if
and Alia.
Yeah, they're two good humans.
There's no secret ingredient, but there's been a lot of hard work. Alia is pretty much a sponge, and she's been really happy to take on whatever we've asked of her this year, and I think she's grown phenomenally and still has so much more to give. So, and all 3 of us have been able to come in and add our flavour and what we've needed. So I think we've just been enjoying it and just being able to try and take on the challenges as they come.
I also don't think you realise how much hard work they do behind the scenes. They'll be at training 45 minutes before anybody else. Mills will constantly be with her husband doing extras, you know what I mean? They're always at the post. They are workaholics and they can't help themselves, hence why they are the best and why they do so well. Fortunate to have them. I'm very fortunate.
The same could be said for the defensive circle as well. You guys seem to read each other like a book. What is it that makes that part of the court click, do you think?
Again, hard work. We're really hard on each other. We really want to do well for each other. And our game plan is completely different to anybody else's in the ANZ Premiership. We play a hard man-on-man game, which is very full-on and a lot of hard work and very taxing, but we're here for each other, and I think a few of the girls got it, but it was a tiring game, but no matter what, we'll never ever give up for each other, so it's good.
We've seen some scenes with you with you made in the past with a little glass of champagnes in your hand. What's the plan for tonight, Nick?
I wasn't allowed to bring my drink up, and I'm sorry about that.
Still hydrating.
Yeah, we're hydrating.
Yes.
Yep, need SOS. Yeah.
And would you say this is the dream send-off for you as well tonight?
Oh, I think regardless of the result, I was happy with where we'd got to. I think, as I say, finals are really tough. I knew they had the ability to do it, but you just never know. The Tactix are an incredibly good side. They've worked really hard. They play with a lot of heart, and that's always a hard one to combat. So we certainly knew we had to get here and get out of the blocks pretty quick in order to put some pressure on, and that was really the goal, and then to hang on and hold on and keep building. So I thought we challenged them defensively in terms of that ability to get ball movement, and certainly the shooting was strong, and I thought from our attack end there was just that patience and that ability to work the ball in. It wasn't always pretty, and you don't always win pretty, but there were some incredibly good pieces of play, and there was some where I was pulling my hair out thinking, I don't think we did this, but that's okay, we'll go with it. So it's nice to finish, but mostly I'm proud of the whole organisation and what's been built and the development that's happened behind the scenes, our Beco group all the way through to grassroots in our centre, and we leave the space in a better place than we found it, and so you just hope that there's a platform for others to continue to build.
So how much pressure are you going to put on yourselves to win 3 in a row?
I'm going to celebrate tonight, and then I'll let you know
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Katrina, last time you met the Tactix, they had the upper hand. How much fire in the belly does that provide coming into a game like this?
Yeah, I think there was quite a bit of chat this week, hey? It was quite interesting. So it was great that that kind of fired us up a wee bit, and we knew that we weren't at our best last time we played against them. We had some young players on the court who had an opportunity to play, and I thought we played quite well against them. And then having Maddie and Mills back today, obviously Mills is a very classic player and a leader out there as well, and having her on court was huge for us. Yeah, winning is nice.
The milestone for you as well, 150th game. How does it feel to have that many games and just continue playing for one side?
Yeah, I'm very fortunate that I've been able to play for one team for that long, 10 years and counting. So yeah, I'm very, very fortunate, and to be able to have a vet for a lot of those years as well is it's been quite nice.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
She's all right.
And what's your message to just that send-off you're giving the vet?
What, pardon me?
How do you feel the send-off that you guys provided tonight?
I don't think it could be much better, to be honest. A win, 2-peat, just yeah.
Katrina really challenged herself and spoken to Te Reo Māori in terms of her mahi to me. So that's all of those things are massive progress and challenges that each individual takes on. So yeah, lots to be proud of. They're incredible people and young women.
And obviously selectors were watching from the stands tonight, today on Tuesday.
What's on Tuesday?
How do you feel about the Tuesday night?
Well, I think to be honest, it wasn't. We didn't talk about it at all. It wasn't the main focus for anybody. And I think the thing that is really good about our team is that we wanted to do really well as a team here, and the rest kind of takes care of itself. So yeah, we kind of pride ourselves on being really tight and committed to this team first. And what will happen after this. So we'll just wait and see. But I think every person stood up and put their hand up tonight, and I think that's important.
So you'd love to see some yellow on Tuesday in that lineup?
Of course we would, and yeah, we know the selection panel will do a good job.
Despite having no fans, the ones that were here were loud, and so was Grant Robertson. Are you surprised how much of an unashamedly Pulse fan he is?
Always has been, always will be. Even wears a black and yellow scarf. He can't help himself, which, you know what, we'll take him any day. He's loud and proud and great.
It's huge, to see the ministers here for a start, but the support that both the government and obviously Sport New Zealand have provided to ensure this ANZ Premiership lived and survived it's unbelievable, and it's such a big fabric of our society, and I think for women's sport really critical. These these players are role models, and you want them to inspire and aspire to greater things. So we have huge thanks to people who have given us this opportunity via Netball New Zealand.
When the country was in lockdown, as players, you just would have wanted to see this competition happen, didn't you?
100%, definitely. We just wanted to play. We're all very competitive, and we train to play. If you can't play, it's hard to train. So yeah, we're all about that weekend netball.
The preparation was fantastic. I think every team who returned was in better shape than when they finished that first round. So it's one of those things, isn't it, when you lose what you've always, I guess, sometimes taken for granted, you don't realise how good it is. And so for us, that realisation that this is our job and this is something that we love and how fortunate we are to have a job that's our passion is incredible. And so we came back with real energy, and I was really impressed with the way the players handled themselves over that time. And it was also a good break, and you don't realise how much time you spend away from families, and for them to have that time at that point of the season, I think it actually allowed us to be that much fresher coming back.
Those challenges make the victory even sweeter.
Yeah, it's been an interesting year for everybody.
Mrs. Coach, great answers, don't you think? Totally nailed the whole thing, hey? I really enjoy it.
Do you know how many supporters there were in the crowd today, being the Southland?
We went to 20.
Yeah.
20.
There were 20.
Yeah.
Which was what, half the stadium?
We had a few from Auckland or the far north who couldn't make it, and so that ended up in the Dun Whānau. So they did pretty well. And look, everybody got dressed up. We saw our manager's husband there with a yellow mohawk, and yeah, it was incredible. And I hope it's special for them, because at the end of the day, we get to feel joyous about what we do, but actually you forget how much of a difference it makes to other people and what joy that they feel. So we've had a lot of support sent this week, and certainly for us, it's incredible, really. So we just want to enjoy it. Yeah, these times don't come easy, and they pass quickly.
You sort of just touched on it there, but I think it's important to touch on it even more, because we'll probably see all these yellow fans in the crowd when we play this back tomorrow night. How did you pick your spectators? You say, oh, you can have one person, you can have one. How did it get spread out?
We just asked all the players to indicate who they had that were coming. Obviously, we had a lot of bookings already made before the change, so those who could commit, we committed to them first, and then others had sort of said, are there any opportunities? And we looked to try and support as many as we could, and we can't say enough that Netball New Zealand supported us as well. So we put our little list in together with their names, and it's huge, and obviously for them, nobody thought they were going to be here. So they feel incredibly privileged to be able to be in the stadium. And we had our major sponsor, Te Wana Morokawa, were here, and then Brendan Foot Supersite, they were here as well, another partner who's been with us a long time. And we think about all the businesses out there that are challenged and struggling, and a number of ours stuck with us during this time, so incredibly grateful.
I think a number of players across all teams as well have stepped up off the court this year. Jane, yourself today, delivering it today, I think that's incredible. How important is it to use your platform like this and speak out, on Sky Sport tonight and today? How important is that to you, Katrina?
Yeah, it is huge, and to be honest, it's definitely out of my comfort zone. Over the past few years, it's something that I've slowly been able to grow with, and with the support of Yvette and the rest of my team, we've been able to do that. And I think you can see in the way our culture is that we really embrace all of that. So we're very fortunate there.
Anything further? Thanks, guys.
That's all right.
Thank you very much.
You can see that time, Katrina.